Yeah.
Is this thing live?
When I point at you, that's when we're recording.
All right, we're positioned to have a really fun conversation here.
Absolutely.
I'm really looking excited for it.
Wrapping up to be a pretty good day.
It turned out to be an amazing day, as always.
Yeah.
Amazing day at TUC. Imagine that. Okay, so we got a couple folks with us. We're going to let them introduce themselves real quick. Ladies first, of course. Just tell us your name, who you're with, and what you do.
I'm Tricia Milliken with ETM Survey and Mapping, and I'm their business manager.
Business manager. We're going to circle back on that because I want to know more about what you do. And Scott, go ahead. Same thing.
Yeah, I'm Scott Graham. I'm with ETM Surveying and Mapping out of Jacksonville, Florida.
Yep. Awesome.
I'm a surveyor.
I'm a surveyor. Plain and simple.
And a geoholic.
And a geoholic. Yeah, veteran geoholics. So Scott, you did a presentation here at TUC this year. Talk about that just a little bit.
Well, we really had a landmark project at ETM this last year where we were selected by the Jacksonville Jaguars and the city of Jacksonville to survey the NFL stadium in town.
Awesome.
They're doing some renovation work to it, and it was just a wonderful opportunity to kind of showcase a lot of our more technological cutting-edge tools. So we utilized aerial LiDAR, terrestrial LiDAR, but also I call it the wearable mobile LiDAR. It's the Navis.
The SLAM.
Okay.
The Navis. Yeah, we utilized the Navis VLX3.
Nice. Is that the new one, the smaller one?
No, that's the MX.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. The MX hadn't come out yet, so we got the VLX3, but it actually served our purposes very well.
That's awesome.
So that's one of those projects where you used every tool that's in the toolbox?
Essentially, it sounds like.
We used GPS, we used ground penetrating radar for the utilities. We used total stations and
wow.
I would love to see that data set.
Yeah, and then how'd you stitch it all together?
Well, with a very big computer, number one.
Okay.
It was.
Did the lights dim when you turn it on? You know, and you got to get the fan going.
We're on a separate circuit.
It's great too.
When I started doing LiDAR, they put me in another building.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Had to have its own cooling station.
That's pretty much. And it was challenging because we did have the 3 data sets, like you said, as well as conventional data that we were bringing into it. And, there wasn't a whole lot of help out there on how to truly fuse 3 different data sets from 3 different sensors all together.
Yeah.
So it really started for us with the processes that I put in place to make sure that our quality was extremely high. And I got lucky, I'll knock on wood or whatever, because our overall testing came out with all 3 data sets being very close, within 1/100th of a foot of each other.
That's amazing.
And our absolute errors were less than 3/100ths of a foot.
So how did you constrain all those data sets?
Well, we had one set of primary control that everything else came off of. So we established our primary control, and any secondary control that we needed to utilize was all tied to multiple primary control points. So we basically ensured that the datum was consistent throughout the entire project.
Lots of checks along the way.
Exactly.
Yeah. You guys are like at the cutting edge of that. Like that is massive.
We're just talking to a friend. He's trying to do the same thing, and
much smaller scale.
Much smaller scale. So do you have like a cool 3D model of the whole stadium now, and you can
have a 3D colorized point cloud of the whole stadium?
Okay.
Come down to the room, I can show it to you.
Yeah,
we missed the presentation, but I want to check it out.
Yeah, it was in the presentation, but we have it playing on the video monitors in the room.
That's cool.
Awesome.
Yeah, Soren Papa did the videos for me. I gave him our CAD file and our point clouds, and
you made it all happen. Made the magic happen.
Made it happen.
Made you look good.
I just played DJ after
somebody has to take all the recognition and all the praise. I mean, that's a hard job.
Someone's got to do it.
Right?
I got long arm.
Was that the city of Jacksonville that contracted that, or the Jaguars?
Jaguars contracted it. We were contracting directly through them, but it was a kind of a public-private partnership where the city's putting matching funds into the project as well as the Jaguars. So, we contracted directly with the Jaguars, and then we worked directly with their stakeholder, which was Impact Stadiums.
Okay.
So they do stadiums all over the world. They've done quite a few in the U.S. and in Europe.
That's yeah.
How did you go ahead?
What's the owner's name? Something.
Yeah, Shad
Yeah.
Khan.
Yeah.
Do you know if he gave you some praise because of how great of a model you got?
I don't think so.
He doesn't get down to that level.
He pays people.
Yeah, right.
Pays people to praise. He pays people to praise people.
Yeah, that's right.
I think it came down to we delivered, as we said we would, and we didn't hold up the design or the construction. So
Yeah.
The fact that he doesn't know who you are is probably better.
probably better.
So that's what I was going to ask is like the deliverable, what was it used for?
Well, they're remodeling the stadium,
Okay.
and so they're also kind of I don't know all the specifics of what the ultimate construction is going to be. It was pretty, I think there's various concepts.
Yeah.
But essentially, they're going to extend the exterior of the stadium outwards a little bit more, and they're also going to be putting a roof covering over the stadium.
Wow, that's
So yeah, that's going to be, we used to torment all the visiting teams by putting them in the sun all day. It's kind of like I'm from Denver, so we would bring them up to Mile High and torture them with the here they just bake them.
Oh, they'll have a retractable, so they'll only have like one half in the sun, and the visiting team will be in the sun, and the Jags will be in the shade.
The days of sportsmanship are over.
It's awesome. All right, let's switch gears a little bit. Talk about your position.
Yeah, we need to get to talk to a business manager on this show, so we want to hear what the other side is like.
Surveyor.
That is perfectly okay. Neither is Sean. Neither am I. It is okay.
But I love the industry and I love supporting it, and have a great group at ETM Survey. The leaders that we partner with running the whole business unit for
Sure.
Survey. It comes together pretty smooth. And
Yeah.
so my role, I support the survey,
Mhm.
but I'm also on the business side. So I'm sometimes the person looking at your project financially and how efficiently we're running, how we're keeping on budget
Yeah.
and on schedule, and sometimes making recommendations to the PM. And I try to we do our meetings, but they're in private, and we try
She
to.
keeps me in line.
I was going to say she's either your best friend or your worst enemy. Depends on the day.
Depends on the project.
I think I have a way of reeling them in and just kind of saying, "Hey, what's going on here?
Yeah.
Are we on budget? Do we need to ask for more money, more comp?" So that's me. But then I wear another hat, and I should not say I have a team that supports me, and that's why I'm here, because they have it locked down back at home. So everything from opening a project, keeping us financially on track, coordinating, are we going to be on time, to invoicing the project, which is super important because we want to make our clients happy. And if we send them an invoice that isn't correct, we know that doesn't make them happy. So that part of it, I have a team that helps support, and the business unit along with me. There's another side, business development. So hence why I'm here, right? Supporting Scott. It's been nice to come on. I knew Scott before I came on to ETM. So it kind of has been a good fit.
Yeah.
I'm comfortable with him. I think
Sure.
he's comfortable with me.
Yeah.
So I go out supporting him on some of these initiatives, but I'm also involved with a lot of, probably about 4 industry-driven organizations and on the board for pretty much all.
Nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
amazing.
So you've really integrated yourself into these different, I guess, business units that you support.
Yeah, and I have this motto, and hence I shared it with someone. I said, if you're not seen, you're forgotten.
Yeah.
So
I like
Yeah.
that. And I agree.
yeah, so we do a lot of networking events back in Jacksonville, and Scott definitely supports them. He's there with me at most of them, and sometimes we divide and conquer just to make sure we're, across all the areas we need to be seen.
What's the biggest challenge in being a business manager for a survey group?
Oh my!
And I can mute Scott.
We can mute Scott.
Just take him off if he doesn't want to hear.
This tells me I can't spend his
Yeah,
So she'd be like, this is going to be a 4-hour show.
Okay.
Time cards.
No, I have some ladies, they're absolutely, my team's great with the timesheets. I think the most getting used to this industry, because this is my second profession. I stepped into a new profession almost 8 years ago. Love it. I came from a fast driven, and I find in this world, you have to kind of push, prompt, hey, we got to make a decision. We got to make this happen.
Yeah.
And I got told right when I get it, oh, we're surveyors. It doesn't happen until the very last minute.
That's great.
Can confirm.
And I'm very organized. So I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
I need to make this decision now. And it's kind of nice because Scott's probably he doesn't fall into that group. So it's nice to have that balance. Him and I are both like, okay, we want this decision because we need to move on to the next step. So that's probably been the most challenging.
What do you like best about your job?
Interacting.
Yeah.
I get to interact with everyone and everyone in ETM, everyone from, our president to the field crew. People will see me there late at night. Field crew come in. We did an initiative recently with leadership where we actually, for Surveyors Week, we took them out hats and
That's awesome.
shirts that we had designed just for that. And Scott and all the other leaders and myself, it was a pretty big group. It was super impactful.
Yeah.
That we went in the field and on the job, they thought they were in trouble.
Yeah, because when they see Scott's truck showing up,
That's like you're not in trouble. And I'm calling them, hey, Scott wants to check out his job. Where are y'all? Yeah, so I love the interaction, and I think the industry has a lot of great, very intelligent, people that I get to surround myself with.
Yeah.
I have to say a lot of work got done that day too.
extremely efficient that day.
Well, let's focus on TopoDOT a little bit. And I'm assuming TopoDOT played a role in the project that you presented on.
It did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just about, I think, like I said last year when we talked, just about 95% of the work that goes out of our shop is point cloud oriented.
Okay.
And TopoDOT plays a part in all of that. Yeah.
Yep.
They're exclusively pretty much what we use for all of our extractions. There's other softwares that we use to work with the point clouds, but for the ultimate extraction, TopoDOT's it. And we've used them for 9-10 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Almost since their inception.
How many TUCs is this for you?
I can't keep track. I missed a couple.
More than 3.
Yeah, more than 3. This is. I think this is my 7th.
7.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I
awesome.
missed one with COVID and missed the first one.
Yeah.
I missed another one in there somewhere. But
Yeah. It seems like TopoDOT users are very loyal.
yes,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like once they get a drink of the Kool-Aid,
it goes back to I think Ted's business plan where he mentions it a lot that their support is just stellar.
I was going to ask you about that
Yeah.
because that is one thing that you hear time and time again when you talk to people about TopoDOT is the quality of, the people that work there, of course, and the support that they provide for the product.
Yeah, if you have an issue or a report that you need written, that a client is asking for a certain style of report, they'll help you create it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
If it can be spit out of TopoDOT, they'll help you get there.
Yeah.
So if you're using all the tools, 95% is point cloud. What's the next 5 years look like for the survey part of the business?
Retirement.
Good answer.
Surveyors don't have that. It's not an option for most.
Scott,
Yeah,
you're like a unicorn though, because and I don't take this the wrong way, but you're part of the older generation of surveyors.
Right.
But at the same time, you are on the cutting edge of technology and have embraced it and use it to your advantage.
I have embraced it.
And there's a majority of the folks in that older group of surveyors, are stubborn and they don't embrace it. And, it can be very frustrating.
It is. I can't tell you how many times I've been told that, oh, we don't do it that way. I say, well, look around. Did the people that taught you how to do it that way, are they still around?
Yeah, right.
And but yeah, I've always embraced technology. I think even early on, I kept, I was asking questions like, why can't we do this? Why don't
Right, yeah.
these things happen?
Yep.
And like I said, I started out dragging a chain and a plumb bob around and used a mountain transit to turn angles with. And the first EDM I used, we hook up car batteries. It was the old HP, and now I'm setting up processes for UAVs and remote sensing and how to do scanning properly. It's just been amazing.
Yeah.
So it's
Awesome.
like, and I can kind of the mantra I go by is see if I can say it right, but change is inevitable. Misery's optional.
Yeah.
So, might as well
Like it.
might as well embrace it and
Yeah.
ride with the change.
Yeah. Work smarter, not harder, right?
That's it. That's it.
Yeah. What else? What else? Why do you love working with surveyors? We're just good people, right?
He needs a boost.
This is a question for you.
I think it's fun, interesting.
Yeah.
And a total different type of individual I've worked with before in my previous career. So it's so much fun. Like every day, I think it's something different.
Yeah, we've heard that a couple times today.
It's always something different. There's
It's never boring, right?
an emergency, a conference, a networking event. Like it's never like just a cookie cutter day. Something comes up. It makes it fun.
Yeah. Well said. You've taught her well. Taught her well. What else? Anything else you guys want to get out there before we let you go?
Well, I know we're sponsoring this year. This is our first year actually. doing-
Table right there.
See you tomorrow.
Great spot.
I mean,
It's looking at the video tomorrow.
No, I can't wait.
But no, it's we're sponsoring this year. It was a great chance to kind of showcase some of our projects today and be able to talk to you guys. We, like I said, we have a room down the hall as well as we'll be at the booth here tomorrow.
Cool.
So looking forward to the leadership conference. Also, again, I don't know if it gets out there or not, but we're giving away a cooler, so stop by the room
Nice.
and throw in
Nice.
business cards,
all right.
And a gift card.
and a gift card.
Yeah.
But no, that's really it.
My first
Good
year,
stuff.
I'm super impressed.
It's great. It's a great
conference.
Yeah.
Great conference.
Yeah, everybody's so nice,
They do a really good job.
hospitable, and it's great. Well, it's great meeting you. I'm sure we'll get to hang out more over the next couple of days. And Scott, as always, great to see you.
Great, thank you.
We saw you at Geo Week, I believe, right?
Yep, you did,
We
yeah.
saw you there as well.
Didn't have a chance to sit down. It was too busy, but
Yeah. It's another great
It's a
event.
busy week for us.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Did you go?
I didn't go.
Yeah. Go next year. It's
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah,
Yeah. All right. Thank you guys for your time. Really appreciate it.
it.
Yep.
Thank you. Enjoy the week.
Yes.
Of course.